Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Psychology Network, your one-stop solution for all your psychology exams. Today's topic is conformity. It is a social psychology topic. So let's start with the definition of conformity. Conformity is the tendency to change one's belief or behaviors to match the behaviors of others. Tendency to change one's belief to match of others. Suppose in a group situation, this is social psychology, everything is happening in a group situation. So I have an opinion or behavior. I'll name my behavior 1. In the same area there are three other people with behavior this. They all have same behavior and I'm the only one with another belief or behavior. So the general tendency is to change my behavior from B1 to B3. This the tendency to change. This is conformity. Let's first talk about two classic studies of conformity. First, we'll start with the Sherif studies. What Sherif was saying, Muzafer Sherif in 1936, this was one of the pioneer studies of conformity. What he's saying that there was a dark room, as you can see here. There was a light. People used to enter, and it was very simple. So this light used to move this side, everywhere, and they had to guess, almost it was a guesswork, how much it moved. Did it move 2 centimeter, or did it move 3 inches, or even 1 mile, whatever. What is your guess that how much the light is moving? So they first, when they asked a lot of people, it was all different. The answers were all different. So in a series of experiment, what Sheriff did, that he brought together groups of 3 or 2 individuals. Then the light was presented and whatever happened, and each person gave their estimate out loudly in front of everybody. So now each person gave their answers. Then the first trial, in the first trial, he was seeing that everybody is giving different answers. But over time, what he noticed is that everybody tend to give almost same responses, and people did not know the actual answer here. Nobody knew how much the light is moving. So everybody started to, they had this tendency to match with the other person. The thinking was most probably like, if the other person is saying, then it might be right. So the person was also answering the same as others. This was seen over trials. In the first trial everything was different, but maybe in the fifth trial to maybe trial 15th, they saw that people were starting to give almost same answers. This was the first study. So Solomon Asch knew about this study, and he said that Sheriff's experiment was ambiguous. There was no real answer. But so what experiment he formed is that this was picture 1 and this was picture 2. So um, people just had to match picture 1 with which one of the lines this is same as the line in picture 1. Is it 1, 2, or 3? It's most definitely this one. So people were brought into the room, like 7 to 8 people. They're all sitting together, and some people said it is same as this, some people said it is same as that one. So what was happening actually, if there are 8 people in the room, maybe the 5 people are confederates of Solomon Asch. Now, the 3 people who are unknown to this, they are seeing that 5 people are answering this line being similar to number 1. Now, these 3 people clearly know that it is looking like number 2. So, when there's a clear answer, Ash's question was, would these 3 people confirm to the answers of the 5 people? And he saw that they did. They did confirm to the answers of those 5 people. Now there was different situation. It was not 8 people or 5. five confederates and three unknown people. There could be 11, 5 people, whatever. I'm just trying to explain the experiment to you. He did find out that they usually went along with the majority of the answer. So these were the two legendary studies. Must have heard about the Solomon Asch's study, but even the Sherif study is very important. Moving on, first let's see, why do people confirm? What There must be some reason to why such group activity is going on. First, informational influence, the desire to be right. People want to be right. There is nobody who wants to be wrong. Now, the desire to be right. Suppose I go to the metro station for the very first time and I don't know how to take the ticket. So I stand there for some time, for 5 minutes, and see how other people are taking the ticket. And I'm like, okay, so this is how you take the ticket. So I go to the counter, give the money, take the ticket, and I'll just copy what others are doing. So I confirmed to what people are doing, because most probably they are doing the right thing. And behaviors of other people behaviors of other people provide us with useful information. This is known as informational influence. But always, we cannot confirm too much to informational influence. That's how probably people can get scammed also. If we go to too much informational influence, you do not know if people have planted their own people and they are all accepting certain kind of scam, and we have gone to a new country and we are too conformist, we want to agree with everything. So if you fall for that, we might get scammed. The only desire to be right because you see other 10 people doing that thing. Coming to the second one, it's the normatic influence, the desire to be liked. As like everybody wants to be right, people want to be liked by others, because we are living in a community, we're living in a society. If people do not like us, what is our situation in the society going to be? So there is a general desire to be liked, maybe not by a lot of people, but still a desire to be liked by a few people. So this is a social acceptance. This is a part of social acceptance or approval. We want to get approved by other people. We do not want to do things where people are not approving us. Suppose we are in a group, and group of 4 people, and 3 people want to go and see a horror movie, but you really don't want to see a horror movie, you want to see some romantic movie. But other 3 people are saying that they want to go and see a horror movie. So most probably you would conform to that situation. Now there could be um, another reason also. Culture can play a role. So if I don't confirm and say, "Oh, okay, no, I'm going home, I'm not going to go and watch a horror movie with you people," so there is this feeling that, oh, I did not confirm, so they might not like me. So you just say, okay, yes, I'll go and watch a horror movie, just for the desire that they will continue liking you and keep you in the friend group. Now we learned about why people want to confirm. Let's talk about when do people confirm. So the number one is group size. Conformity usually increases as the size of the majority increases. Size of the majority increases. Maybe suppose you are in a room, for example, and it's getting cold for you. It's getting very, very cold for you. But for other people, it's pretty hot. So maybe for a second person it's very hot, so you might say maybe you have a fever. You just said you have a fever, that's why you're feeling that hot. But suppose you are the only person who is feeling cold, and there are other 5 people who are feeling hot. So in those situations, maybe you confirm and you continue being chilly, or you take a coat or a sweater or a muffler, but you do not outrightly speak your mind that you want the AC to be turned down or off, because other 5 people, 5, 6 people are saying they are feeling hot. So, and it's also harder to discount, uh, or discard the idea of a group, so many people in the group. So when those other 5 6 people are saying that they are feeling pretty hot, so you must be like, okay, maybe actually the room is very hot, and I'm having some problem, that is why I'm feeling very cold. The second thing, group unanimity. A person faced with a unanimous majority, again, unanimous majority, is under great pressure to conform. So, if, however, a group is not united, there is a striking decrease in the form of conformity. Suppose you're talking about some topic, some subject, anything, and you say something very confidently in the group, but others are disagreeing and saying, no, it's not like that. Maybe about something, some political uh, climate of a country you're talking about, and you say, okay, it's not that bad. You say it very out loudly that, oh, it's not that bad. Maybe people have a victim mentality or something. You say something, you say your mind, but there are again 67 people disagreeing with your thought of that political idea, and they present their own political idea, and you're just surrounded by these 6 people saying their another idea. So you are under a great pressure. You might just say, okay, yeah, you're right, makes sense, you are right. So you just confirmed in those situations, because when other 6 people are saying something, then they might be right. Commitment to the group. This is almost like the desire to be liked. How committed you are to the group, that is a big decision maker for you to be confirming or not confirming. Suppose we have a lot of friend group. It's not that there is only one friend group. There may be one major friend group, and there might be another not so major friend group. You understand what I'm talking about. So that major friend group, you are committed to that group. So whatever group activity is happening, we want to be part of it. And then there is this less major group. There is, so when there's a group activity and you do not want to do that group activity, so you just opt out of it because the commitment is low there. Higher conformity is because of higher commitment, and the reverse relation is true. Lower commitment equals to lower conformity. This is what I was talking about, the cultural influence. So we know that in individualist cultures, the conformity is low, and in collectivist cultures, the conformity is high. Why? In individualistic cultures, what is more emphasized is personal freedom and independence. And since childhood, self reliance, assertion, these are taught to put your idea forward in a group, to deal with independence, these are encouraged. But in collectivist culture, what is appreciated in the community or the culture is that people are tied to the social group, and when you're conforming to a certain idea, belief, or behavior, you are conforming to the social group. And parents are more concerned with obedience, proper behavior, and respect to the group traditions. So through so much, conformity is enhanced. Conformity is seen as a good thing in a collectivist culture, but in a individualist culture, conformity is most likely seen in a negative aspect. This is all that you have to know about conformity for your UGC net exam, your undergraduate exams. Of course, you're going to go back to your books and read about it, but for UGC net, this is enough. This lecture is enough, because something which you have to understand about UGC net is that they do not go so deep into every subtopic, every word. They just go to the major subtopics, what the definition is, what they are, and you understand the concept, you're going to able to answer the questions of UGC net. This presentation, this lecture on conformity is enough for UGC net, this part from the syllabus. Thank you so much for listening, and subscribe to this channel, Psychology Network, because this is your one-stop solution for all your psychology exams. Thank you, and please like the video.